Rats on the Moon, published April 14th, 2014, by Joshua Warnicki. Rats on the moon, we better kill them all soon. Took my rifle and my mask, went out shootin' today. I bucked 15 lunar rats, I was glad I came. My lunar cat and I are doing just fine, way up here, living lunar lives. Still not over how friggin' rad it is that we inseminated our moon like that. It was so friggin' cool how they brought all those rats with them. Took my rifle and my mask, went out shootin' today. I bucked 15 lunar rats, I was glad I came. We used to eat fabulous lunar rat feasts back at my lunar home. We had board games, pianos, and everything back at the lunar base. But now, in the moment of lunar peril, I finally know what it means to live a lunar life. I feel the lunar gaze of a million rat things, a good time as any to lay waste to a million lunar beasts. Pew, 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 sing my lunar guns, snap, snap, my lunar cat's jaw, scrunch, scrunch, go the lunar rat's guts. How would I ever bring all these lunar rat hides back home for the ransom price? Surely someone heard my cries back to the lunar base. I must trek somewhere in hopes of returning to the lunar home I created. But no call was answered, all too busy kissing their lunar wives. How many lunar bounds did I make? Surely not this many. Oh, how will they all believe my lunar tale? Surely there will be something to give me undisputable evidence of my story on the moon. A sudden crash from behind a lunar mountain. The mountain of fable, the mountain so prime. It's the terrible lunar beast behind the peculiar prime mountain. He gives a roar. No story is worth meeting death at his hands. I keep moonwalking. But of course, the walk must end at some point. My lunar cat and I take a rest. But then who should arrive but the lunar nomadic king and his 8 beautiful wives? They tell me of a lunar tribe. Rest for the weary, if they leave their possessions, goodbye. A kiss from his lunar wife. She entices me completely, but my home too mine. A life worth living is ultimately decided. They choose their lunar destination, and I choose mine. How can I describe the feeling of going forward? It's like making a lunar bound and letting the moon move beneath you. My lunar cat follows, trusting my broken sense of direction. She doesn't know an ounce of the truth, but what she doesn't know can't hurt it. We used to check if the moon was out by pulling down our pants. Now this hilarious prank only a brutal reminder how doomed we are, lunar forever. I hear more lunar rats stalking in the dust, and just as I was getting hungry and looking for a fight. Zap, zap goes my gun, and I dropped them all. Not a lunar muscle moves as I walk towards dinner. The marking's unique. I've seen this moon rat before. It's the terrible Moon King Squeak and his troop of lunar buds. The rat that they warned us for so long is lying beneath me, just a corpse, now gone. The rat that they warned us for so long is lying beneath me, just a corpse, now gone. The moon, oh how bright you shone when I was just 2. As I count my blessings, I know I'll include you, but not today, few. Fred or Stu, the name not remembered, but the face I will always know. If I see you again, you'll be the head of my lunar crew. How was it? Their question, and how it rang, so true. I couldn't begin to tell you. That place changes you. I only know this. You should do it too. Buts. Disaster has stricken, and I don't know what to do. My lunar cat and I are stranded out in lunar Timbuktu. Captain's log, February 13th, 6:31. Sitting in the airlock, there's work to be done. Sigh. Captain's log, February 13th, 6:35. I'm not ready for this. No proper training. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. Fuck you, mission control. Inventory. 1 spacesuit. Old. 3 granola bars. 2 medpack. 15 flares. An ancient flare gun. Doubt I'll ever fire. Rope. A grappling hook. Despair. Captain's log, February 13th, 6:41. Are the premonitions normal, mission control? Have my memories been implanted? Is this a simulation? I've still got a pack of cigarettes left. The comrades and I used to trade them. Better currency than cash, we always said. Mission Control found out about the marijuana we had smuggled onto the lunar compound a few weeks ago and told us to burn it all. And we did. The lunar rats and their mousy beards don't get my tears today. Captain's log, February 19th, 11:33. WTF. The lunar queen beast bit his head off, and I didn't even have to ask nicely. Captain's log, February 13th, 6:49. LOL, I miss my friends. Captain's log, February 13th, 6:57. Insurmountable odds, Mission Control this is. Mission has no final objective. Mission Control, I'm only one man. Captain's log, February 13th, 7 o'clock. Airlock oxygen levels depleting too rapidly. I've got to finish this cigarette for Vanessa. Heart. Mission Control, you better have an evac plan up your sleeve. Captain's log, February 13th, 7:16. Fighting the straps on my spacesuit. I've lost too many pounds since we've been running on leftovers. Scans indicate lunar rats have been breeding way outside of lunar norms. New food source? Not likely. How? Mission Control, who's behind this? Wraps grappling hook around arm. Whimsical. The emergency siren blares. I throw my helmet at the ground. How many more lives will this infernal mind claim? How many Dogecoin is enough? Reply to Whimsical. Not this life tonight. Mission Control, we've been through this before. Lunar fights get bloody. This is your chance to stop it now. No turning back. Mission Control, don't make me do this. Captain's log, February 13th, 7:35. The boots on my loon suit are too big. There's a small tear on my rowdy bag straps. Shouldn't be a problem. Fixed it with masking tape. Playing solitaire. Slides King of Hearts into helmet. Memories of bike spokes and adolescent training wheel releases. There was no better time than waking up to my very own brand new bike in the garage. My father and I had no idea how to put it together. I missed that big old backyard with grass so thick I could ride upright with no fear of falling. It caught me scraped free. It was the perfect setting for rolling giant big snowballs, too. The neighbors always impressed with their size. I remember playing Smash Mouth as loud as I could in my room, bouncing on the neighbor's trampoline with vigor. First steps, just like many moons ago. Big leaping bounds, no space sounds. Never got used to that. Making my way to the garage, a light catches my eye. It couldn't be. There's no way. The nomadic king and his 8 wives were claimed dead. Strapping into the rover, I checked the coordinates again. 15 lunar miles and a tank left for 69. Should be enough. Has to be. Seat beside me empty. Donnie probably would have something funny to say right about now. Had it not been for the 250 folly, complained to the end. The bot bastards got him. Right when shit was about to get good, too. I'm sorry, Donnie. One of my oldest friends. Captain's log, February 13th, 7:58. It's for them. Passing a lunar rover lost to the dust with front wheels missing. Belonged to Lennox. How we always used to tease him and his lover get a room. Mission Control, this can't be my spacesuit. I found a pillar of pink gum in the right breast pocket. Rolling past the old garbage pile where things all started. Sorting with the Montreal goddess. Oh, how we danced at 3 a.m. when we would find valuables among the discarded. Parking the rover here, I'll enter the marker with the coordinates and title it Buck. The Buck stops here. The Earth far off in the distance looks so beautiful from here. I wonder where morning is now. Must be near Europe by now. Captain's log, February 13th, 8:16. The rover's space rifle seems in good condition. The hunting axe, too. Thank Christ. Up the mountain, a prime local for a lookout. Thank you, Prime Mountain. That beautiful mountain, still behind you, stubborn loner. This captain's log, left intentionally blank, for the sake of sensory deprivation. Mission Control, cut the intercom. Mission Control, Mission Control. What is that? It sounds like I love you. Mission Control. Captain's log, February 13th, 8:29. Still no sign of lunar rats. Scans indicated they'd be not far off from this location. Mission Control, what was on that pink gum pillar? I feel funny. Wasps. Visions of friends and families. Smiling faces with drab cream-colored walls. They seem fixated on something. Could it be? Snapped out of the vision. Terrifying it was. The times looked peaceful and tranquil. But what sorcery is this gum? Place it back in the pocket. At Pime Paradogs. See any rats yet? Response. No, only a cat horse. At Prime Paradogs. Strange, very peculiar. The radar showed a huge blip the size of Kingdom Come. Captain's Log, February 13th, 8:53. R.I.P. Mountain speaks clear as day, with absolutes and scrutiny. A simple way out, but yesterday born, not me. The surface brightened, and its source moving rapidly towards buck stops here. Racing down with lunar bounds, nomadic king soon found. A wager proposed, the same as the last. A nomadic life of bliss and favor, if I leave all posse suitors and mission control behind. At Constantly Josh, Captain's Log, typed possessions wrong and Siri tripped me up. Should have graduated high school. Just then, as soon as I speak, the word no leaves my lips and lunar rats devour the king's 8 wives. He runs, screaming to my rover, and off he goes. Fucking finally, the hunting axe unsheathed. Small rats first, for their quick moves often go deadly unnoticed. Slices feel remnant of slices past, saying prayers for the rodents as they go. Farewell, pests, you lived a good tyrant life. No time for aim, just squeeze, bringing down a large lunar rodent with my rifle with ease. Captain's Log, February 13th, 9:19. Coordinate marked for the corpse cleanup crew, if mission control ever shows responsibility for the moon, that is. Following rat tracks with vinegar-filled bounds, taking weeds out from the root deemed necessary. I'm getting too old for this shite. Captain's Log, February 13th, 10:05. Lunar rats tracked led me to the crater-made cave. Skeletons of audio engineer past lie mocking me. Couldn't get to cave soon enough, said I'm on my way over intercom, too many vines in the way. Poor reception gave wrong coordinates. To Dom or not to Dom, that is the... Takes a selfie. Woke up this morning feeling kinda blue, but now I'm stuck up here in Lunar Rat Zoo, wishing for you. Captain's Log, February 13th, 11:33. I missed making my 11:11 wish. Gotta go for my own accord. A small package outside the cave, a note attached. Always read the card first. Many Christmas traditions. There is pizza waiting for you. Tearing open the package, the contents essential. Too many compressed oxygen tanks to carry all at once. A Care Bear and a ballerina makeup box. Captain's Log, February 13th, 11:38. Proper coordinates marked for audio engineer's hovel. Please respect this place. Sorry I couldn't come sooner. Fortuitous forts, always in the simplest of caves, made from solid whatever this is, sand, dirt, who's to say? Mission Control, remember when you told me and my crew this job would never be done? Refused our grants, told us to ration kills, conserve? Mission Control, what is your supreme objective? Mission Control, our citizen control, Mission Control, watch this. Smokes a cigarette inside spacesuit. Diary, February 13th. Hi Diary, how was your day? I made a bunch of lunar bounds and I killed some rats. Mountain tried to fuck up my aim. Captain's Log, February 14th, 12 o'clock. Following rat footsteps. Also, follow Friday, Dave Dedell as per usual. It would be cool if we could grow psilocybin for the mushroom peoples. Captain's Log, February 14th, 1:28. I killed all the rats. Mission Control, waiting evac. HTTPS, pic.twitter.com/constantlyjosh/statuses/435554455587728138224. Just then, pic.twitter.com/pmjxjidaoo. Just then, Mission Control with their aerial lunar drones shows interest in my whereabouts, checking out the rats, taking numbers. Lights in space. Surprising how much mass they procured, because they're named after the lesser rate of weight classification. Captain's log, February 16th, 5:29. Starts walking. Too late, but in ordinance with the sun, or with morbid embrace. Captain's log, February 19th, 11:32. Finally caught up with the nomadic Lunar King. Turns out 69 gallons wasn't enough after all. Mission Control, do you other planets have rats too? You shouldn't have to change for other people's approval. Captain's log, February 18th, 6:23. I think it's safe to say the drone isn't coming back. Humidity levels dangerously high. Fucking space suits can't even cry without Mission Control knowing about it. One last walk through the lunar grave, marking the coordinates as everything you ever wanted. Mission Control, I don't think the lunar base can be my home any longer. Too many memories of fallen friends. Captain's log, February 18th, 7:25. Coughing up blood. A loud lunar cry like a fart in the wind pulls my attention east, I think. Checks compass. Yeah, east. Totally east. The way I came. Captain's log, February 18th, 7:34. Investigating the disturbance. Just try and stop me, mission observer. Mother of Earth pulls into view. Dazzled at its beauty, I remove a cigarette from its pack. Just as the first clean exhale leaves my lips, I'm brought to the loon surface shock, and the fear numb the pain as I scramble back to my feet. Fighting with the axe, the lunar rat queen gets another clean, blunt blow at my legs. Thank the maker for the tough Kevlar suit with its strength of 1,000 wolves. The rat, 5 times as large as the manual says is average. A drone flies past the fight of 5 lifetimes, unnoticed by its participants, sweat forming on brows, exchanging blow for blow, hit to hit. And another, 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 and another. With long-reaching arms, the lunar beast swats at a collection of drones, and they tumble. I use the opportune moment to claim the limb as my own. Roars evaporate into the lunar vast of nothingness. The beast lowers its submissive head, prepared for the worst, showing signs of defeat. Captain's log, February 18th, 8:14. Unbreaking eye contact with the queen beast. While maintaining eye contact, I slowly unravel the grappling hook tied around my arm. The beast stays calm. They taught us, back at NASA, about liftoff, landing, and exploration, but never a trial such as this described in any detail. Mission Control, I was brought for garbage detail. Do you have any recollection? Suddenly, the drones from above join in. 1V. They dart off south. Maintains eye contact. Where have you been this whole time? Who fed you? Why? I hear his tires first. They bounce and jump off the cratered surface. That was my rover! Quickly, I tie the rat beast with a hastened leash. Holds strong. She accepts the tender care of the medkit Mission Control provided. As we turn to meet the lunar nomadic king, his expression will forever be drawn in my mind. Worry, fear, not much time, he cries. Without time to explain, he directs the rover south. Spoken without words, saddles, or prior deliberation, I make a wicked cool mount on top of the queen lunar being, and she races south. Rats on the Moon, published April 14th, 2014, by Joshua Warnicki.